viewers, welcome back to Ray's Way. And if you're new, thanks for stopping by. Now on today's version of Ray's Way, what we're going to do is we're going to recap last year's project where I planted 39 green giant arborvitae trees. Now on today's episode, what I want to show you is the progress. We're almost 1 year out from that day that we planted all these trees, and so I'm going to show you what we have and we'll take it from there. Okay viewers, here's the 39th tree I put in, so we'll go backwards here. Now it's doing fairly well, you know. Now keep in mind though, the colors, you know, still a little got a tint of brown in it because of the winter. You know, it's May 2nd, so they still need to get their summer green going on, let's say. So all in all, this is doing pretty good. You know, no signs of a disease or infection or whatever. So that's doing well, you know. And so we'll go right down this path where we had last year. However, I do got some other trees that didn't really handle it too well. So I'll show you what that is. So again, now the height growth, you know, I don't know, I'll see if I still have the video for last year to give you an idea what it looked like originally compared to now. As far as growth, you know, it did look like they did get a little higher. As far as width wise, I'm not noticing too much of a difference, but again, it's just the first season, so they're anticipated to grow 3 feet a year, and let's see. So, you know, keep in mind that we do have some shrubbery here that kind of blocks the sun at some point at a time, but most of the day, you know, since the sun rises in the east over that direction and goes this way, it basically stays in the sun most of the day. I mean, so they generally like full sun, you know, but I can give them as much as I can, of course. So now I still got to weed whack and trim the hill and stuff like that, but this is you know, right out of the gate. We did have a couple days of frost recently, but it's definitely a nice day today, obviously. And you can see that as far as the trees, the weather hasn't affected them. They seem like they're taking good into the ground. I'm sure the roots are out there. I'll put some fertilizer sticks in there, or actually I already did put the fertilizer sticks in most of the trees. I'll show you the trees that I didn't put them in, because I'll probably be removing them and relocating them and putting some new ones in, and I'll show you why. So again, still got a little brown tint to it, but they'll green up shortly. So again, not too bad all in all what we got going here. Okay, however, what caused the problem this year is the deer rubbing their antlers. So we had a lot of deer rub on some of these trees, and I'll get you the back side of it. So you can see here, this tree suffered some deer rub, you know, knocking off the branches, causing these other ones to die, you know. So I'm gonna try to save these trees, and I didn't really put anything around it because I wasn't thinking. I know the deers won't eat it. I forgot about the rubbing of the deer, and at that point in the wintertime, I couldn't do anything about it due to my shoulder surgery. So I was kind of, the problem is, you know, if I relocate this tree, put it somewhere on the hillside here, and hopefully save it, we'll see how that goes out. But I'll put some new ones in, and I got some ideas and so forth. It may be a different video. I'm going to make this one short. When I replace these trees, I'll put a video in and how I plan on protecting these trees from next year's deer rubbing. Okay, so this one wasn't too bad. You know, this one probably don't need to worry about getting rid of. You know, all in all, maybe 6, 8 I would want to remove and replace. But like here's another one here that got a little bit, but maybe it can come back. That's really not that bad. I may even leave that one. But here's one here that, now this one's blocked by this tree here, obviously, so it's not in the sun right now. But this one here had obviously some rubbing going as well. And obviously when you had the exposed, most of the damage is from knocking off the branches. But when you rub off that bark, it doesn't allow the tree to bring the nutrients and water up to the top of the tree to get stay alive, let's say. So, but this one's still green on top. So there's hope that these trees could be saved, and hopefully years down the line, since these grow so quickly, they may be able to fill out. Okay, but you know, this one here is fairly good too. Now this one here, it took a beating. You know, a little bit here, got the rub going on. So something else I have to. So I was at 3, but but it got some pretty good height on that tree. You know, the deer is you know, caused a little havoc, and it, you know, this being an open part here, it made it easy for them to get in and do their rubbing. Now, why ones they picked and chose, I don't know. You know, this one here, you know, this one here is all good. Again, don't mind the debris in the background. I told you last year I'll get rid of it, and obviously I haven't done that yet. And this one here took a beating. Actually, this one here took the biggest beating. But now you can see here that this one here got mangled, you know, and because of the severity of it, like the top of the trees, you know, dying. So we'll definitely remove this one. Now what's nice about these types of things, you can get some cuts off of here. You know, like we can get some cuts and replant these, and you know, make a tree out of this. And so what I'll do is, once I remove some of these, replace them, I'll also have a video where, maybe in that same video, I'll get these cuttings and show you how to replant them. And I'll put them in, you know, buckets or whatever to let it grow for a little bit. Maybe keep it inside all winter to give it time to grab and grow. Here's the M one. Remember my last video had that nice little light green part on it, and I said, oh, I like that in the corner. Well, not so much anymore. So this got, you know, hanging out the corner. So these 1, 2, 3 trees right here got the most beat by the deer. So all in all, when you put in 39 and you don't protect it, I think I came out fairly good. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, that's for sure. You know, so but look at the height of it. Like, I think last year though, when I planted it, it may have been up to like here, you know, and now it's up, you know, up to there. Again, hopefully that one will be saved. And this one here, you know, again, got green on the top. So again, I'll look at and try to save these trees. A little bit of damage, and finally the end one. You know, I'd like to see the dark green come in, you know. Hopefully that fertilizer will kick in. We had a couple good days of rain too. So, you know, I'm not watering these anymore. So I'll probably start throwing, make sure there's water out if we go a few days, like a week or so without rain. I want to make sure I get some, keep them well watered, and so they can grow as quick as possible. So that's where it's at. Okay, viewers, now what I'm going to add here is a little snippet of last year's video where I could show you from above 35 out of 39 of the trees I planted and what it looked like, and the fact that I said I was going to not do anything about the deer. Go figure. Pulled a bunch of rocks and stuff out, you know. A lot of debris. You got to rake down this hillside, and clean this up, make it more presentable. Gonna, you know, plant some phlox or some kind of coverage that will cover this hill without. That doesn't need much light, because once these green giants get bigger, it's going to be blocking a lot of sun. So here's the back corner, and I'll be pulling those little markers out. So going up this way here. Got all those in. Now these have been mulched, and I got to pull out these flags. But now my visible fence, I cut that a few times, so that's why these are marked here where the visible fence is. So I'm going to reattach those and run up higher up on the hill for the dogs. And of course, like I said, this is the back corner. I like how this one here has this lighter section here. Let's put it in a corner. I figured it'll be a nice marker. Then straight out here. And again, got a bunch of rubble here. I got to get a dumpster in here to get rid of that junk, you know. And so this is where I lift off, and the neighbor continues. Now these are some kind of cypress trees she got that the deers tore up. Eventually, maybe in the winter time, I'll put something around it, but right now I'm going to leave this go. I think that. Okay, viewers, thanks for tuning in to Ray's Way again. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time on Ray's Way.